Hey everybody, Morgan SLV here. Hey, just taking a little shot from my backyard, and let's see if I can get through this video without my neighbor going by on his Harley Davidson or one of my hot rod buddies showing up. Let's go over gold and silver. Gold today, 1278.29. Silver, 2076. So I saw a neat video today, and it was on Mike Maloney's site there, goldsilver.com, and it was kind of cool. So it basically said the case for $936 silver. And so let me see if I can get this, let me see if I can relate to you what I saw, because it's kind of, when I was trying to figure out how I was going to relate it back to you without using their exact words, it was a little confusing, but let's go for it. Precious metals trade at about 100 times multiple. In other words, the banks, the central banks, sell about 100 times more paper gold than they actually have physical gold, if I'm understanding him correctly, which sounds about right. The numbers that they were using was this, is that gold is sold at about 45 to 1 further down in this video article. And he said, so in other words, if you were to take today's price of gold at say $1,250 an ounce, you could pretty well times that by 45, and that gives you its actual value according to how many paper dollars we have floating around. That's just one of the ways. You know, that means potential price times 45. The price of that bullion banks get for their gold is $56,000 an ounce. So it's a little confusing how I got this written down. Basically, banks must sell their gold at 45 times more gold than they actually own, than the actual physical deal, to keep up our purchasing power of our dollar. So in other words, they're all kind of in on the illusion, right? And so that kind of keeps the Ponzi scheme going. And I just thought that was kind of interesting. It says we have $14 trillion in debt, divided by 261.5 million ounces of gold at $1,250 per ounce. That equals $56,000 an ounce. The exact same number as the LBMA is selling 45 times more gold than they actually have. So in other words, they sell 45 ounces of paper to 1 ounce of physical. So that's how you end up with that equation. I hope I got that across to you correctly. It says here, banks must sell 45 times more gold than they have to keep up the manipulation, to keep the purchasing power of the dollar. Now let's go into silver real quick. Silver at $20.80 times 45 gives you, hope I have that right, $936. But it's more suppressed than that. So this is where it comes in pretty cool. So silver at $20.80 times 45 gives you $936, but it's more suppressed than gold, they believe, right? Now these are numbers coming from GATA. Since gold is at an all-time high, if you apply the all-time high of silver at $50 times 45, that gives you $2,200. Excuse me. That gives you $2,250 for silver. So could you imagine that? Could you imagine? Just dream with me for a minute. Imagine your pile of silver that you've got in your safe, in your closet. I mean, I don't know where you guys hide this stuff, right? And look at that stack and realize that it could be $2,200 an ounce. That'll make you take a half step back, right? And so one of the things that he was saying, he goes, look, we're not really seeing a heightened value for gold or silver. What you're seeing is the crash of the dollar. And I just found that real interesting, right? So once again, let me go over the people I study real quick, and then I want to get into my son's business here for just a second. People I study, Mike Maloney. I study up on some Robert Kiyosaki. I mainly read his books. Another thing that I do is I like to listen to once again Mike Maloney, Robert Kiyosaki, Peter Schiff. I listen to him a lot. Silver Futurist, Da Vinci J15. Why me? Why silver? In other words, I get like the all pro team, and then I get the people like on the street, like we are, right? And so here comes the Harley. Here we go. So it's kind of cool. So I get both sides, right? And that's important. That's important to, I believe, to get real news, right? Real information that's newsworthy. Now, let's go over my son's business for a second. So last month he did about $950 from, let's go over this again, Craigslist, Hub Pages, his YouTube channel. He started his website through GoDaddy, and these are, we were kind of just bumping into stuff with his business. And I'm telling you right now, folks, he's 16 years old. Okay, he did $315 yesterday, and he's looking at doing another 300 today. Okay, and so I don't know. Do you think it's working? It's not working. I want to be very honest with you. It's not working at peak performance in my mind. But once again, it's only 6 or 7 months old, right? So, I want to see a lot more. I want to see a lot less today money, and a lot more money a lot more residual income. But we're certainly not going to turn down the today money either, right? So I don't know, folks. I'm just telling you this, that what you need to do is study up and get some multiple streams of income. We're doing it, right? And I don't see why you can't do it too. And if you have any questions about it, I'm going to be totally honest about it. It's kind of cool. It's just kind of cool to see what he's doing. So anyway, that's my vote, is that we get some multiple streams of income. Study up, everybody. Crack a book. You know me, I'm always into studying. And as I know you guys are. A lot of you guys probably spend a lot more time than me, studying up on this stuff. But, real life happens as well. I take time out to smile. I fire up the drag car every once in a while, and you guys should do the same thing. Morgan SLV, out.